session this morning is entitled Speaking to Our Future, and that's sponsored by Ideal, Vinco, PDC and Hager. So let's give them a warm thanks. I'm sponsored by Echo, the premier provider of electrical apprentices and training in New Zealand, and Energy Super, putting the energy into super. So thank them for me. For our sponsors this morning, but before we actually kick off today, I need to tell you what you were looking at was Busy at Work. They were one of our sponsors from yesterday, but unfortunately Sue Locke couldn't make it to the plane, or something went wrong with the plane, so Sue's not with us, and unfortunately the internet's not the fastest thing to show videos. So that was our sponsor from yesterday, Busy at Work. Would you please show your appreciation for their contribution to Busy at Work? You'll notice in your program that Mr. Ray Dunn, Executive General Manager for Schneider, was going to be with us this morning. He sends his apologies, however he is attending the funeral of Mrs. Ruth Spooner, and obviously he can't be with us at conference. In his stead though, he has asked Ed Arendt to stand in his place, and Ed of course is the General Manager for Queensland and Australia for Schneider. He's been with Schneider for 28 years, he's had multiple roles in multiple states. And following on from the theme of, he'll be talking about, very much following on from the theme of our discussions yesterday. So it's my great pleasure to ask you to warmly welcome from Schneider, Mr. Ed Arendt, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Now, I am going to try and see if I can master this device from yesterday. So, as Dave said, yes, unfortunately Ray's not here. He's attending the funeral, so obviously a big thing for the industry over in NZ. So I'm going to crack on a little bit so I don't take up too much of your time. But as I suppose I'm going to recap a little bit back on yesterday as well. I think it was Ross actually said earlier in his piece about brand reputation and how strong brand reputation needs to be, and about being around in the future and being sustainable as you go on, and about the importance of recall protection and how we all need to factor that. And like you guys, we need to factor that big time as well. Everyone in this room has the same sort of thing. We need to consider that from a safety point of view, because at the end of the day, the people who install it take that risk as well. Companies like ourselves make sure we do our part to back you up, but at the end of the day, you're still responsible. Malcolm down the front, he talked about the affinity cables piece and how important that is. Manufacturers like us, Schneider Electric, as I talk about myself, we also take on that challenge, but not so much around the legislation, the industry, about copy products and making sure that we spend our money investing, fighting grey imports and copy products to take that mantle into the market to protect you guys as well. Some people will be aware of the Clipso case that went through. A lot of money invested by Schneider Electric just to cover that off to protect us all. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. So, outside of anyone that currently works at Schneider or post-Schneider, I'm going to try and master this. That way. Any idea, suggestions how old Schneider Electric is? 100? Where's the other? We've got to have a prize. 101? 101?
It could be a while.
They talk about innovation. So Schneider Electric has been around for 180 plus years, over that time. 181 in fact. And through that whole journey, their whole business has been around adoption and innovation and progression. So from the New Zealanders, obviously we're representing two brands, PDL and Clipso here today. How old's PDL? 80. 80. Spot on. Clipso? How long's the Clipso brand been around for? 50? So in 2020 it'll be 100 years old. Right? So talk about from brands and the innovation, we've been doing it a long time. And reputation is everything. We've been around for a long time, we're obviously going to be here for a long time in the future, as long as we keep evolving and adopting. As an organisation, we still manufacture in both those countries. In New Zealand, we have about, if I get this right here, but obviously using a lot of raised notes, 280 odd people in New Zealand still. And in Australia, we still have 2,000 people and manufacturing 4 facilities. So, as an investment to the industry, we still rely in. Just a couple of quick things I'm going to go through. Just talk about the local manufacturing, but we have manufacturing in these sites, and we do a lot of the R&D in those sites. A lot of talk yesterday around the R&D investment. Like other people, we also invest 5% of R&D globally, so a large amount of cash. But we're lucky enough that in Australia we actually invest that in Australia and New Zealand. We have engineering design teams for global businesses in Australia and New Zealand. So not only are we bringing in technology from the world, we're actually leading that in many cases. Last year, when we at the conference in Fremantle, we actually did a bit of a pre-release on a product that we released last year as well. That come from that R&D team in Australia. Yesterday, Laurie spoke about the partner network and the wholesaler channel. How important the wholesaler channel is. It's important to us all as well because, as Laurie said, their organisation and others are spending a lot of time and effort making sure they are supporting reputable brands like ourselves and the others. So it's important that we actually honour that as well because whilst you may want to bring in or you can find it cheap online, the channel partners that we all have actually do a lot of work and invest a lot of money and time in actually stocking reputable brands for supporting both us and them and yourselves. That's another piece of the protection. Now, so the last one I was going to say, lucky for everyone in this room, both Clipsal and PDL brands are stocked in every wholesaler in both countries, so it's from a footprint and a protection point of view, we have a very big marketplace. Now, the next point's a bit of a contentious one. We did 2 really good things last year, 2 massive, I shouldn't say 2 really good things, but 2 massive announcements last year. One of them come at the conference in Fremantle, and a couple of weeks later we released our new product called Iconic. Alright, and the reason we brought Iconic out for everyone, it's a new evolution, it's a new platform, and the new platform that is different than the others in the base is to protect us all. You have to buy it from a reputable company, a wholesaler. There's no cheap import, and if we both stay on the same path, we protect our industry for a long time. But, unfortunately, not too long after that, there was an announcement to come out that we were actually withdrawing Slimline from Australia and New Zealand. So I'm actually, as opposed to making my own words, I'm going to quickly brief a text that I got from Ray, because he was obviously going to be delivering this piece. And it reads something like this. I think we need to strongly apologise for killing Slimline in Australia and New Zealand. And to make sure we reassure all of our good customers that they're in the near future, I'll get this right, that we are not going to do that again, and you will see 2000 and C2000 for a very long time to come. So from an organisation point of view, and this is the point that Ray wanted to talk to this is, we got that very, very wrong. That was not a good move by our organisation. Excuse me for my sinuses. And we apologise to the industry, and we've done so for a while, but very rest assured we won't do that again. Innovation at every level. I believe it's right. And making reference to both Dave and Tony yesterday, they spoke a lot about the Internet of Things. So we actually decided we didn't need to have the slide back in, but everything that Schneider does globally, whether we're redesigning something or redesigning a product, it's a constant thought pattern of, is it connectable, can it be connectable for the Internet of Things? So everything we do is designed to have some sort of connectivity. And as part of the innovation at every level, we actually tag that, as you probably heard, life is on. So from the connected home to the workplace, etc. Just this weekend, we were actually, Schneider Electric chaired and facilitated the global innovation summit in Hong Kong. Hence we missed having some of our key people here, where we had global leaders from all around the globe talking about innovation that they're doing and bringing to the business and to customers. We had some 500 or 600 customers from around the world in Hong Kong. We're running a similar event in Sydney next year in March as well, so if anyone is interested in attending something like that, just got to let us know. But we're talking about leading innovation globally and bringing that best practice to the market. Now, just from a quick high level, and there's been a lot of talk about connected homes, and I'm just going to snapshot on that now. David Moore is actually going to be doing the breakout session for us at the back. But this is just a little picture of, even though the green line's missing, of 3 different platforms of our basic connected home offer. And as I said last year, we released our Iconic range. Iconic being Bluetooth enabled for local in-room, in-house control. Completely different, basic, low-level, entry-level, but very quick, both for the new and the retrofit market. Sometime prior to that, and we've had it for a little while, we have our Nero offer. Now, a Nero offer is for both new and retrofit market, where it makes a mesh network through the house to make it a wireless network. So you can control not just light switches, but you can control blinds, lights, door entry, sensor control, and its voice control. Personally, I'm lucky enough to have the same system at home, and I've actually just put the Amazon Alexa across the top of it, so full voice control. And of course, our high-end offer was being C-Bus, has been around for a long time. I'm not sure if everyone's aware that we relaunched the latest version just several months ago in Australia. So the investment in the R&D for C-Bus is still there as well. Obviously it does all of the above prior to that, but it has the ability to do a lot more at the high end. So just a quick snapshot, like I say, Dave Moore's actually going to talk about that in the breakout session, so if you can attend, we'll take you through a deep dive in a bit of a snapshot of what's also going to come in the iconic range in the very near future. So we commit to doing what we did last year and letting you guys know first. So really, for me, that's pretty much all. I know you guys have got some great speakers on. Enjoy the last real business day of the conference, and we'll see you in the breakout session. Cheers.